Hi, and good morning, and welcome to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, your home of classic games, classic content, classic debate. And we're back with another morning at Ben's coffee shop. We've got an awful lot to talk about this morning. The North London derby that didn't happen, transfers, what does this week entail for Tottenham Hotspur, um, who should we go for, the rumour mill, the Spurs news, everything connected with Tottenham Hotspur this morning. Kauffie will be joining us, but he's running a bit late. But with me on the side is my normal co-host in the morning. He is the man who makes the best coffee in London, and I can't wait to take one when I go over there. He's everyone's best coffee man. It's Ben. Good morning, Ben. How are you, sir?
Bit dejected after not watching the game yesterday and seeing us thump the Gooners, but life goes on, unfortunately. It's going to be a very interesting week. Very excited as well for the debut of a certain coffee stream today, so it's going to be a lot of laughs today, and we're going to have fun today.
Yeah. Very quickly, with just season chat, we've got a few people in there already. We have good morning to Celery Agent with three
Morning,
thumbs
Celery.
up. Good morning, Celery. And we've got Shamu.
Big up, Shamu.
And he says, big up Dermot and Ben. Any news on transfer, Dermot? We will be doing the transfer news segment in a minute after we go through these couple of comments. I think, Ben, you've got one about the Wolves player. Has he signed yet, or is signed in? What's your latest on that?
There's a few. Apparently, Wolves are signing a winger, and apparently Adama has agreed terms according to a very reputable Turkish journalist that broke the Romero deal before Fabrizio and a few others. Yeah. So this is a good source. So I reckon that will happen this week.
Yeah, well, you can't be a good.
According to Fabrizio, this is going to be a big week for Tottenham.
Well, let's hope he's right, because definitely we need it.
Yeah.
So big up Shamu, and thanks for joining us this morning, sir. Mark Cousins, good morning, Mark. How are you this morning? He says, morning, lads. Have you signed anyone yet? Go on, Ben. Give him the latest.
Apparently, we're getting Traore. Apparently, we're getting him. But in the words of a big up Bob Spur, in the words of Bob Spur, don't believe it until he's holding up the shirt.
That's it. And what can Navy do? And what in Bob Spur's words?
Piss off.
That's it. Derek Hutchinson, I like that. Derek Hutchinson, good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. Shamu says, here we have Kaufman confirmed, yes. Ben is our roving Tottenham Hotspur stadium and transfer reporter. I was looking forward to you yesterday doing your halftime report from the ground. I loved it the other night you did. It was brilliant. Stephen Cartwright, morning, Dermot and Ben. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you for joining us. Look, we just got that. We've got God. That's what I just call him. He's God.
Achi.
Yeah. Ben says good morning to him in Jewish. I'm just calling him God. Good morning, Brian.
And Achi means brother. Achi means brother. Otherwise, we say shalom in Hebrew.
So what's it again? Hakeem.
Achi.
Haki.
All right,
Haki. I hope I've got that right.
Our brother, Achi.
Yeah, I hope I pronounced that right.
Probably didn't. Brian, oh well. At least you're trying. Trying is half the battle.
Good morning, one and all, and I hope everyone is well. Yeah, everyone is grand. As I said, Cougar will be joining us a little bit later on. Wayne Bonner, morning, fellas. Hope you're all well. Yeah, we're all grand. We're all grand. Another great week in the life of Tottenham Hotspur, and that's what we love this club. Derek Hutchinson, 3 signings coming in this week. Now, yes, that's what I've heard as well.
Yeah.
We know one of Traore from Wolves, but the other 2, I am hearing Vavakovic, but I'm not sure how true that is. And I'm also hearing Conte has spoken to Dybala as well.
And he was in Turin this week as well.
He was in Turin, so I think that one might come through as well. So, fingers crossed.
I mean, if we buy those 3 players, that's a successful window. It's not a centre back.
That's a question I want to ask you and the comment in a minute, actually. And then Shamu says, is Traore contract under Ben's hat?
It'd be the only thing under my hat because there's no hair anymore.
Anyway, big up to everyone who's watching this morning. I want to put this question to you, Ben, and then I want comment to answer it as well. What would a successful transfer window be for you? what would make you say, okay, Levy, you got now a bit of grace until the summer?
There's
What
no
would be
grace for
successful
me.
for you?
But what would be a
Yeah.
successful transfer window if those three rumoured players, allegedly rumoured players, if we can get Traore, Vlahovic, and Dybala in the same window, that is a very
Yeah.
successful window. It's not another centre
Yeah.
back, of course, but we need another centre back. But those are
Oh
very
yeah.
difficult. Those are very difficult to get in January. If we can get three proper attacking signings, they're alleged. So I'm not going to say anything until they're holding up the shirt. But if we can get those three players, that is a brilliant window.
It is. It really is. I agree with you, Ben. We need three. If we can get them three players, for me, that would be a good window. But at the moment, we've got 14 days left. We haven't done one bit of business.
I mean, this week, according to Fabrizio Romano, I know he's not be all and end all transfers. He can be wrong as well. He's a human being.
Yeah.
He says it's going to be a very big week for Tottenham this week. So watch the space. We might get
I
those
mean,
3 words.
And also, Ben, what's your thoughts on the naming rights? That's another debacle. I mean, it's just full
the
of
stadium?
debacles. That, yeah,
I mean, it'll be done when it's done.
yeah,
It is a bit of a disgrace.
yeah. I've got Brian here.
He's right. I mean,
He is right.
He's right.
He is right. I have to say, Brian, you are right. I mean, we can only go what we're
hearing from
what we're hearing and what
we've seen. Conte has been in Turin. I mean, that's now wide knowledge, and for him to be in Turin and to be at Juventus, that is quite astounding, really, because you think he wouldn't even be allowed in the stadium after being Inter manager.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, I do agree with you, man. But it's what I'm hearing. But until they put up that Spurs shirt, it's all rumours. And for me, you keep doing what you're doing, so. And let us know you're going down to the training ground this week, and if you are, we'll send you a link, and you can stream what you're doing there here on this show because we want to keep that up. So let us know what you're doing. So, we've got Shamu here for you, Ben. He said if it's the 3 players, hopefully Adama, Vavrovic, and Divide. Sorry, I do apologise about my pronunciation of some of these plays, so I do apologise, everyone. Of centre backs of some kind. I mean, thought Digit. Is it Digit or G?
The Ligt would be a very difficult. That would be a god signing for Paratici if he could get him. So I don't think that's happening ever anytime soon. It'll go to another big club.
Yeah, but would you be happy with them 3 players?
Yes. Especially De Vrij. Yeah. De Vrij is a quality centre-back, and he's worked with Conte as well. He's a quality signing. Yeah. But I don't think it's happening anytime soon.
Would you? I'm also thinking, do you think we should have gone for Trippier?
No.
If we want to come back to Tottenham? No.
I can only see from past experiences that Trippier's last season at Tottenham it wasn't even a stinker. It was disgusting his last season.
Yeah, it was.
He stopped us getting in the Champions League that season. He made so many errors that led to goals that lost us games that he's not welcome anywhere near the club, in my opinion. And he was toxic. He was toxic in that dressing room.
Yeah. So was Danny Rose as well.
As well as Danny Rose.
Yeah. I mean, you watched the documentary All or Nothing. I mean, he's sitting there in Levy's office. I still laugh about it now. And he's sitting there thinking, right, is Juventus coming for me?
Is Milan
coming for me? Milan? No. Newcastle. And you see his face went, okay. Right, I'll better go off to Newcastle then. That's so funny. It really is. Now he's left Watford down. He's been kicked out of Watford as well.
He's been kicked out of Watford. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. A few more here, Ben Guguma. Good morning. The Empress of the TTG army. That woman is. I mean, she says it's morning time.
No,
where
she's from. It'll be evening where she's from.
Oh yeah, evening. Yeah. Chris says hi all. Hi,
right,
Chris. We've got to put up Brian's comment again. I still think it's funny.
He's right.
Brilliant. Yeah, but Brian is right. But you have to be optimistic being Spurs fans. Graham GRL58, which is Graham. Good morning, Graham. Says morning, Dermot and Ben. Salary agent.
Rolling
Brian.
on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I'm with you, lads. Me half off. Mike Cousins will end up with nobody as usual. Yes, that's the biggest worry in all, isn't it? That's the biggest worry.
Yeah.
That's something I will dive into in a minute with Ben. Wayne Bonner, hi, he's saying hi to Wayne. How are you? From Guguma. Cellular agent saying hi to just speaking to one each other. We've got Brian here. We have to sell to buy. We have no money, so going for loans now for those three.
I don't believe any journalist saying we have to sell to buy. Tottenham has enough money to buy players. It's whether we do have enough money.
Yeah.
It's bollocks that we don't have any money. I mean,
If that is true, then would it be really bad management by Levy then and Enoch? If that is the case.
I mean, it's poor management from them anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. We've got Celery Agent saying line hello Guguma sweetheart. Yeah, big up to you, Celery. We have who's this one here, Ben?
Tiago, Mr. Talk and Ball himself, Tiago.
Oh, good morning, sir. Thank you for joining in and absolutely love your show. Everyone,
Brilliant.
please
Absolutely lovely bloke.
Yeah, everyone, please get over to Tiago's show, Talk and Ball. Please like and subscribe. He's an absolute gentleman. And we will arrange for you to come on here one morning, one night, or one show, or do your Spurs 11 and your Spurs moments. That's something. We've got to do yours as well, Ben. We've got to do your time Spurs 11 and your Spurs moments. So the agent said they're still talking to Ericsson. That's what I'm hearing.
That's not happening. It's not happening, apparently.
I don't know. I think if he was going to go anywhere, I wouldn't know. I don't think he should be playing anyway, coming back playing anyway, for his own health. But it's football's like a drug, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a boxer. You have to. You like
he wants
the
to
adrenaline.
end on his terms.
Yeah. You can't blame him for that, can you?
No.
You can't blame him for that. We've got Shamu again. Are you laughing at my comment, Brian? Ha 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 ha. Moondog. Good morning, Moondog. He says, "Good morning, guys. Who have we signed? We've signed a new
dinner lady.
No, we signed her last week.
We've signed a new tea lady.
I miss you. I'm giving massages. That's who we've signed this morning, and a new coffee lady. Chris saying good morning to Guguma. Shamu said 3 players incoming. Moondog. Well, Shamu. Is it the ones you've said, Shamu, or do you know something we don't? So let us know on that. Celery agent, we've signed the rest for a reason.
Wasn't even a good one either.
No, it was not a good one. Guguma 3 signings. Wow. I hope Fabrizio Romero is correct. That would be such a happy news after all this waiting. I mean, yeah, it would be. It really would be. Shamu's. Brian said, Shamu, I'm laughing that people think those 3 players were all coming in January. Look, my thought on this is January's difficult enough to buy players anyway. Even if they've got pre-contract signings for the summer, I would be happy with that. What's your thoughts on that, Ben?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's so difficult. I mean, Brian, if you've got the money to buy players, and you're spending money, you can get them. But there's a difference between what we're doing and what, let's say, Villa. Villa have just got a brand new manager, and they're backing the new manager because they didn't back Dean Smith in the summer. So that's why they're getting players, and they're buying players that wanted out of their clubs. So that's why they're able to get these players. If we're trying to sign players that might not necessarily want to leave their club, it's a bit more difficult. So we got to take every bit of news with a pinch of salt, and then it's all speculation until they're holding the shirt up.
That's it. You can't say any more, can you? Kaguma, she's saying hello to Chris. Derek Hutchison, Brian, big up, all is well with you. Signings, ha ha ha. Shamu says, ha ha. No, I didn't think that, Brian. There you go. One upmost, Adama, and you, Louis' contract. Don't forget the cinema. Well, yeah, we can't forget the cinema, can we? Where we'll be playing Tottenham on tour on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. TTG every morning and every evening, and then the Irish Hotspur at the weekends. And then, that's what we played at the new Tottenham cinema. Wayne Bunner, hi there, Gaguma. I'm good. Got the day off work, so I'm taking it easy. She's easily to Wayne. Moondog, he says Brian Daigle, same shit, mate. No one is coming, and if there is, then I bet the second. Then I bet the second, mate. And you got to agree with that, haven't
Yeah.
you? You really do.
Yeah.
I mean, Levy's history on buying players over transfer windows, especially in
Shocking.
January, it's been shocking. And this is where I don't get the Levy in people. I mean, my argument with Sean is I want trophies. It should be minimum top four and a cup win. If you can get top four, then it's a cup win. But everyone thinks top four is like the holy grail of.
Arsenal have done
Yeah,
that.
we
Arsene
made
Wenger
it.
was that.
Yeah,
Arsene Wenger did that.
we made it. You don't get a cup. You don't get a day out at Wembley for top four. Yeah, getting in the Champions League probably is the end all, and for financial reasons, it's the competition to be in. But Ben, would you rather top four or going to Wembley for a cup win? If you
I'd
could
rather
choose between the
both.
two,
I want both.
yeah. But if you couldn't have both, which one? If you one season couldn't have both,
Well,
what would you prefer?
the romantic in me wants a trophy win because that's what you remember. It's what you tell your children later down the line, and
Yeah.
that is what you tell your kids. But the brain in me says Champions League money is £120 million if you're getting it. That's a lot of money, and it's notoriety, and it's being able to sign the best players in the world to be able to build a squad to win those trophies.
But isn't it bad? Isn't it bad that we have to now? Rarely we have to now. The Champions League is taking over everything.
Yeah.
And good morning, Cooper. How are you?
Oh, morning, Dermot. Morning, Ben. Yeah, going okay here. A few little things to tidy up this morning, but good to go now.
As you can see, me and Ben hold the fort very well.
All right, I'll go again then. See ya.
No, you're staying. You're staying. We need you here, Cooper. We need you more than we know. Just a quick update for you, Cooper. The Wolves player looks to be signing for Tottenham. Your thoughts on that, and also, what would it take for you to be happy with this transfer window? What would you call a successful transfer window? Just love your thoughts on them two questions.
Successful transfer window. I think Ben did it best the other day. New ownership.
Yeah.
What was the first one? Who was coming in?
That Wolves winger. Apparently, tell him, Ben, you've got the latest on. Yeah, you've got the latest on that, Ben.
According to a well-known Turkish journalist, I can never remember his name. He's got a really long name, and I can never remember it because my memory is awful. Apparently, Adama has agreed terms to join Tottenham, and it's come out today that Wolves are signing another Portuguese winger. So maybe he's coming in and Adama's coming out.
Sounds that way then, doesn't it?
It sounds that way.
Well, my thoughts. I've said my thoughts on Adama Traore before. If you're playing Football Manager, he's the player that you set all the ability attributes to 0 and all the physicals to 20. He's absolutely useless. He's not a footballer. He's just like a tank. You just set him going in a direction. He just bulldozes through things, covered in grease. Baby oil. Sorry, I should say.
It's like we said. He's made for the franchise, the American football, isn't he?
Yeah.
We'll get through 4 more of these. Brian Daigle. Good morning again, Brian. It says, Ben, I know we have money, but this is not what we have been told. It's all lies.
Everything's lies.
Yeah. We have Wayne Bonner here. If it's a typical Levy transfer window and we get players in, probably be cheap crap.
Prospects.
Thank you, Kobe. Who will add nothing to the club or the team. I agree. I absolutely agree with that 100%.
That's what he's always done.
Yeah. If I hit him, Keith, do you want to read them?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Sushant Basal, good morning, guys. What are we going to be doing with Ndombele? Any thoughts? He is getting toxic.
As of now, Ndombele is training alone. Conte has sent him away. But he is not training with the squad. He's not changing with the squad. He is completely away from the team. which is absolutely brilliant. As Mr.
Cool.
Conte's words, with players with bad attitude, I would rather kill them. And this is the first step.
Could he send
Thoughts-
Dali
thoughts-
Ali with him as well?
I hope so.
Well, what I can gather from that is Dele Alli must be showing a good attitude in training. I mean, perhaps that's a positive. I mean, perhaps he's not the bad egg we're all thinking. He's just like completely and utterly out of form and no longer the player he used to be. But I mean, I think most of us wanted to get rid of him anyway, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah. I think Dombele should be either loaned out or have his contract cancelled. I think he's not good for the club. I don't think he's ever done well for us. It's always been spits and spurts with him, and it's another hitch in Levy signing gone wrong. It really is. I mean, we said on Sean's channel, I said to Sean, why is Hitchin there? And that's again brings to my point. Levy, that's why we always take it out on Levy, because he's responsible for the signing of these people that are bringing in these players. So Levy has to be held accountable.
Yeah,
To people. Sorry, Cliff.
Yeah, so I was going to say Levy's got to be accountable for the people that make all these decisions. That the directors of football, the management styles. It's never a coherent sort of direction we're going in. It changes all the time. So we just end up with this mismatch of players who fit different systems, and putting them all together has been a nightmare. And it doesn't. It regularly, to lots of us, it doesn't look like the scouting's been done fully. I mean, you see players with they might have some good stats or something, and it looks all good on the spreadsheet, but there's no sort of in-depth. What's the attitude of the player like? What are they like when the team's in trouble? How are they getting on with the other players or the management? And if you'd looked at that, the likes of Ndombele, you would have said that this isn't a sort of smooth signing. This is somebody with a bit of a reputation for rocking the boat. But we don't seem to do any of that research.
No, and it's like Levy must watch them on TV with Hitch and think, "Oh, he looks a good player. Let's buy him."
I don't think Levy even goes that far. I think he just hears of a name occasionally, reads the paper, and one name pops up saying they have a great match, and that'll stick in his mind. If then Hitchin comes up with a name, oh yeah, let's go for that. That's our marquee signing.
You hit the nail on the head last night, Cooper, and I want Ben's opinion on this. And then we'll go back to the chat. We'll go back to the chats in a minute. You said last night, I hope I'm getting you correct by quoting me by saying this. You said if Levy building the stadium, he was 100% focused on that. No distractions, but on the football side, he's like here, there, and everywhere. He's like Speedy Gonzalez up and down everywhere. Ben, do you agree with Coover with that sort of perception of Levy? That if you give him a project, he'd do it, but football inside, he hasn't got a Scooby-Doo.
No, he doesn't. He's a control freak. And that's why he needs to roll back some. He can't do everything at once, and he tries to do everything at once. It's bad for him, it's bad for the football club, and it's bad for everyone connected to the club. So he's brilliant at big developments, but he's not good at doing everything at once. But that is his problem. He is a control freak.
That's true. I mean, do you want to add in more to that, Cooper? Because I found that really interesting what you were saying last night, and I just, do you want to expand on that, or do you think?
Well, it's fairly straightforward, Donna. It's just that you look at the off the field activities, all the business side of it. They seem to have such a clear vision of where they want to go. It's a plan to build up all these houses and renovate these areas and put these certain things in place: cinema, new housing, the sporting complex, the ground with all these extra facilities and corporate facilities, and it's been an amazing project. It really has, from that point of view. And you could have taken your hat off to him from that perspective. But the issue is always when it comes to the playing side of things, that same vision is not there. It's like an inept sort of little, let's throw this manager in and see what they can do. There's no coherent sort of long-term strategy. how we're going to be playing, how we'll set up, how all the backroom staff get set up, and all the youth team being channeled through into this way of this system that's got a clear way forward. Other teams do it. I mean, the likes of Southampton, that's why they were able to sell off all their teams as Liverpool one season, and they've got the academy players to come in and continue playing the same sort of football. You won't see that with us. It's just a complete mess. That's the big criticism for me for Levy. It's not that he doesn't invest. It's that it's wild. It's crazy investment. It's speculative punts on these cheap players, hoping their value increases. Invariably, it doesn't even work. So we end up taking a loss on the majority of them. Well, it seems to be anyway. I need to do some digging on that actually. And then the marquee signings. It's like the token gesture of, oh yeah, we're big time now because we're signing Ndombele. Look how they always seem to turn out. If we just got in place what the other big clubs do around the world, you've got an identity then. That's why people are saying, oh yeah, Spurs DNA, and we haven't got one anymore. We don't. It's changed every 5 seconds.
I said to you, Cooper, and I've said this before, we lost our DNA in 2001 when Levy and Unit bought the club. For me, that's when the club I loved died. It wasn't the same club that I knew, and they've destroyed it more and more over the last 20-something years.
You could argue that it started way before that with Scholar, couldn't you? Because that's when it all started going to the corporate side of things, and then that's the longer picture of football on the whole becoming business-like for so many clubs.
You told me stories about the shelf as well, trying to put boxes in the shelf, and
it's the corporate side's more important than the fans are nowadays. That's just the way it is. That's football. All the formation of the Premiership, that ruined football as well. Needless, stupid amounts of money going into the game. So now you get the sort of mercenary players coming in for the cash payout. They're not bothered about playing for the shirt. Why would they? I mean, it's an easy payday. Come to somewhere like Spurs, get a 5-year contract, pay 200 grand a week, sit on your arse if you want to. Seems easy enough.
Yeah.
Just make
it's like managers. We've paid out more on managers payouts than we have on transfers, which is mind-boggling.
Well, we definitely haven't, but it just feels like that. It's a hell of a lot wasted anyway. That's for sure.
And you got Nuno sitting at home twiddling his thumb, still being paid by the club.
Well, another one. That's mismanagement, isn't it? Why? Yeah. What? It was a crazy signing. It's just we're forced into that position because we're just going haywire all the time.
Yeah. The only reason Mourinho come to the club was because Levy got hard on. He thought, "Oh, it's Mourinho."
Well, yeah, it's somebody he had heard of, and seen that they'd won elsewhere, so it must mean we're going to win just by getting him. When the rest of the equation isn't in place, then it fails. And we've seen it time and time again, haven't we?
Yeah. And then when we do get him in, get us your final, he sacks him. Right, we'll get through some of these comments here because they are building up a bit. Go on then, Keith.
Day off, nice. Well, my friend, I caught up on my sleep yesterday, so catching up on Spurs streams. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. We did a lot yesterday, for example. Shamu, I thought you said that Adama and 2 more players coming in. We got here.
You're saying here we Kaufman instead of here we go.
Yeah. Okay, we Kaufman. All right, gotcha. Okay, for Adama. Kikuma's saying hi. We don't need to do all the ones where they're just saying hello, Adama. We're signing a new creative midfielder. He's called No One. Might be a bit expensive.
Yeah. Apparently, it's Guguma said it snowed in Seoul today. Apparently, just in time for the Winter Olympics.
Hopefully, it's pretty there.
No, it's not the same country, is it?
No, not quite. No. Hey,
sorry.
Guguma, love you all.
Yeah, I just get these up. We'll just so that they are up. There we go. Got that one there.
Wayne Bonner saying, I want trophies, titles, success, and domination. I want my Tottenham back. Absolutely, mate.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's going to be very difficult to get domination at the moment with some of the other teams around, but there's no reason we can't get back into getting a few trophies.
No.
There really isn't.
On that question, Coof, when was the last time you think we were Tottenham, like proper Tottenham? For you,
Pochettino. He scraped the bottom of the barrel to start with and got some of those players playing. I mean that season we got Ryan Mason and Bentaleb in the centre of midfield and actually pushing us forward doing that. That just showed how talented he was working with youngsters to me. But that's it. It was the perfect timing for him and for Levy. He stumbled across it.
By luck.
Always hear the funny thing thrown at him. I've heard this argument so many times. Pochettino was supposed to be this world-class manager, but it's not true. When he joined us, nobody thought that. It was this relatively unheard of. We just had a couple of good seasons with Southampton, and you had to dig into history to find out about his time at Espanyol. He was very talented, but he was certainly no world-class manager.
He didn't have a great start either, did he?
No.
No, it's very difficult to start with. But what I liked about him when he started, he said this was his timeline. It was going to be a very difficult first season while he's assessing players. Then it was going to be a case of getting rid of the players that he couldn't use and settling the team down, and then start adding the players to it and getting the style of play going. It all clicked into place a lot earlier than he anticipated. Rest was history there.
I mean, for me, Poch, but for me, before that, I would have to go back to the early 80s when Tottenham were Tottenham. To be honest with you. So there you go, Keith, anyway. That was good thoughts, Keith. Well done.
Tiago, nice of you to join us, mate. We need to take the opportunity. If we win our games in hand, we are level on points with Liverpool. It's our chance to get top four. If Levy was smart, which he isn't, he would spend. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with
Got to speculate to accumulate, as they say. The best time to strengthen is when you're already on top. Shamu Van Spurs, Levy will spend 20 and pocket 100 million. That's what I think as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then a few of these are just for you, Keith. We've got Derek Hutchinson. Good morning.
Morning, mate. Morning, celery agent.
Calling you a legend. You are a legend.
So, I wish. Morning, Graham.
I just want to quickly say about Hoover. This man is the nicest, kindest, sweetest man you ever wish to meet. He's a brilliant co-host, and I'm very lucky to have him on my channel. But he is a legend. That man is a goddamn legend. So please, everyone, show your love to Hoover this morning because he does deserve it. He's a top man. He's a very generous, caring individual, and he's got a big heart, and that man deserves everything he gets, all the love. So please show him plenty of love this morning because that man deserves it.
Thank you, Dermot. I'll slip you the tenner later.
No, it's how I feel. You know how I feel about you.
None of that going on, mate.
No. I'll slip you. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
go on, let's be able to.
Ben, we love you too down the bottom as well. You're not
I'm
left
here.
out. We do love you too. Show Ben plenty of love as well.
But
he makes the best coffee.
Ben's going to be telling you to get a room in a minute, Dermot.
No, I just like, I know Cooper knows what he's done for me, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So I just love to thank him for everything because he is a top bloke. But anyway, Derek Hutchinson, may I ask where you are? Like, he's talking to Gugu Moreshi is in Seoul. Brian Socrates, good morning.
Morning, mate.
The philosopher.
Yep.
I love the name Socrates, the great Brazilian legend. I love it. Absolutely.
Didn't he change that one night when he was talking a certain way? I can't remember. I seem to remember him actually changing it while we were still on air or something.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Might be remembering wrongly.
He says, "Big up Ben. Big up Ben. Big up Brian."
And don't forget the come on you Spurs.
Yeah, come on you Spurs. I mean, Socrates, what a Brazilian legend. That man
wasn't
he spokes 40 fags, have a bottle of whiskey, and still go out and spray 50-yard ball perfectly.
That's like my first World Cup memories, really.
Yeah.
Socrates, Zico, and that sort of player. Brilliant stuff.
The best team never to
saying
win the
hello
World
to-
Cup. Oh yeah, it's something.
Brazil winning the World Cup seemed to be a norm back then, didn't it?
Yeah,
Graham saying, "Where's the money from boxing and NFL?" Yeah,
gone to the
exactly.
boxing and NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie Hearn will pocket the money from the boxing.
I mean,
Or-
if you read literally some of the things that were said by Levy a while back, you wouldn't be expecting any money from this
No.
because it the way it was he worded. What I'm going to have to dig the actual quote out.
It goes
itself.
towards the company, not the football club.
Exactly,
Goes towards
and
the
football
PLC.
the football club the football team is generating its own income. So we're talking gate receipts, prize money, Champions League. All that money goes back into the team and buying and selling of players. But the stuff from the actual infrastructure, that's really not for the football team. That's certainly the way I read it. Anyway, there's always been a lot said about it.
I've just sent you something there, Keith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just putting a new process into action.
I nearly clicked on end broadcast by mistake. That doing a
It
film,
does prove
Hollywood
it
film.
does prove something, Phil. If you're watching, I am remembering what to do because I've written it down in the corner of my laptop. The list that I've got to abide by now. So, yeah, I'll send you the link, Brian. If you give me 2 minutes, if you just want to go through these, you and Ben want to go through. Oh, by the way, I just want to say happy birthday to Graham.
Happy birthday, Graham.
Happy birthday, sir. And then I'd sort that out if you. Or shall I put it into the chat? The link. To what do you want me to do? For Brian.
Sorry. We could send it to Brian on the WhatsApp, can't we?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that now.
Okay. I'll do the messages while you're doing that.
Yeah, please. Okay.
Gaguma, welcome, Kuba. Thank you, Gaguma. And Shamu saying, Aaron said he's watching, but too smashed in bed, and he said, "Come on, you irons."
Yeah, can I just quickly say that Aaron had a bit of a death from one of his best mates over the weekend. So Aaron, my Irish brother, I know I've talked to you personally. You've got my email. If you need anything, we're here for you. And again, from everyone up to Judith, and I can come condolences to you and your family. But if you need anything now, you know I am. You've got me email. Just use it, brother.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Always got time for Aaron. Top bloke, he really is. Yeah, it's hard times when you lose someone close to you, definitely. So big up, mate. Just get in touch if you need to just general banter about anything. I'll know where you're coming from. Celery agent saying, Pau Torres. Yeah, that name comes up a few times, doesn't it? Like Sven Botman. There's a few that we get linked with every now and then, but it'd certainly be a decent addition. Maybe not straight at the sort of walk-in sort of play he might want. Would the likes of Botman be better? What do you reckon, Ben?
Pau Torres is not suited for the Premier League, in my opinion. He's one of the best defenders in the world of football. But there's one thing he cannot do, and he's not good in the air. And I do not want a centre-back at the club that's not good in the air. We've got enough of those at the club that are not good in the air. Centre-backs need to be good in the air. They need to be good at set pieces. And if they can't head a ball out, I don't want them. In England, set pieces are vital, especially against teams like West Ham, Burnley, against bigger, more physical teams. They put the balls in the box. So he'd be a liability. He's brilliant on the ball, brilliant defender, not good in the air. We don't want that. We've had that with Vlad Kirakesh, and it was awful.
I suppose you could argue he could do that sort of Ben Davis role, though, advancing up the pitch with the ball. and you leave the
Possibly.
big lads at the back. It's
We need more. We need taller defenders that are brilliant
Yeah.
at defending,
yeah. There's
as
better
well as
options.
being good on the ball.
Yeah.
Just sent that to you, Brian. Just very quickly, I want to get your thoughts on this, just away from Tottenham completely. Djokovic, the tennis player, he's now been deported from Australia and landed in Serbia. What's your thoughts on that, Cooper, very quickly?
Well,
Because
you
I've been
follow the laws of the country you're in. If they're as simple as that, isn't it?
He's a bit of an idiot, though, isn't he?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's obviously he's got his reasons and his feelings. He wants to be there, but I mean, end of the day, it's too bad. But I haven't even bothered to look too much into it because I don't care about him at all. It's just not of interest. But yeah, I mean, if you're not going to follow the rules of the country you're in, then you can expect consequences, can't you?
Yeah. You can. Right, I'll get back to Tottenham then.
I mean, it's abhorrent what Djokovic has done. It's abhorrent. Whatever you're, because I believe in freedom of autonomy of people's bodies. If they don't want the vaccine, they don't have to have it. But what Djokovic did by flying to Australia without the vaccine, then pretending he'd got COVID to say, "Oh, I've had COVID now, so I should be good for the court tournament." But the day after he was diagnosed with COVID, he was seen taking pictures at tennis clubs. So not following self-isolation rules. What he's done is utterly disgraceful by any means. Whatever your opinion on body autonomy is, it's not good. It's not right. It could go. A tennis player at a kid could have underlying health issues, and he could kill a kid. You don't know. If you've got COVID, stay indoors. Don't spread it anymore. Don't do it. It's common sense. What he's doing, he's saying, "Oh, I'm Novak Djokovic. I'm bigger than everyone else. I don't care what anyone else thinks of me." It's not right. He's a liar. He's a cheat, and he should never be out playing a tennis tournament again. He's a liar. It's not good. It's not good.
There's a nice strong reaction for you, Dermot.
It's not good.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Oh, by the way, Cooper, I wanted to tell you something this morning. Ireland beat the West Indies at cricket this morning.
I saw that. Their first ever series win, wasn't it, against a major team? Yeah. Yeah. You never beat the English, though.
You never beat the Irish. We need to get a game on. Should we put a game on as well, Ben? Cooper, I mean.
Yeah, I'll just say let's get through the comments at the moment.
Morning, Carl. Good morning, sir.
I'm going to say I can't stay for too much longer because I've got to roast some coffee and then prepare for the afternoon.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that one, Ben.
Yeah, so am I. Please, everyone get over to Ben's channel. He's doing a new show on how to make coffee and a bit of jazz music and a bit of this and a bit of that. So please, everyone show him lots of love because I will be watching and so will Cooper.
It's going to be fun.
That is Ben at the coffee company, isn't it?
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, let's give you a little big up at the bottom of the screen now.
Yeah.
That's the Instagram page. I can drop you the YouTube link soon.
Whoops. Oh, yeah, of course.
Let's get through some of these comments. I'll put the link in for you.
Yeah. Also, Derek Hutchinson says here, guys, Levy was 15 years late getting Mourinho. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he was.
Very much. Wayne Bonner, if Levy... Go on, let you read that one.
Go on, if Levy's a businessman, then shouldn't he understand the logic of structure? Yeah. Proof he has no football brain or interest in the team club. Yeah, I will always argue that.
Yeah.
Brian Socrates again saying, lads, I still remember the elation of our FA Cup win in '91. I'd give anything for an FA Cup win again.
Agree.
Yeah. Urgently reprioritise success on the pitch. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is the last time I've genuinely felt pride in the club was that FA Cup win. I mean, we had some League Cup wins, but anybody that knows the difference from the feeling and the differences won't accept the sort of crap that's going on now.
No.
Winning proper trophies on a regular basis through the 80s and then that 91 seemed to be the end of that little era, didn't it?
It did. I mean, I've said it before, Kuva and Ben, you know I have, but from 1949-50 up to 1991, well, up to 2008, we won a trophy in every decade, more than one trophies in the decade, and that is just gone. I know things go in cycles, but this is one hell of a bad cycle. I don't think we've gone this long in our history without winning anything, apart from when the wars were World War One and World War Two, where there wasn't really much football. So I think I count from them two periods. This is the longest we've gone without a trophy in our history, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, Chris here. What goes on the back room stays in the back room. Yeah, I agree. Um, all right. Okay, we've got Carl Simpson here.
Sorry. Okay. I'll go.
I've put the link in, by the way, for the show down the bottom. The link for Ben's show is in the chat right at the bottom there. So I've put that in for you as well.
Okay, I've got him on ticker tape as well now as well.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
It.
Yeah, Carl Simpson saying, how the hell are we still talking about this? God knows how many years later. It's so depressing. No desire or want to make this club better. Sell us to someone who wants to compete and win. That's what I want. That's what everybody wants. Got to have an owner that cares about the club, wants the team to do well.
This is my argument, like against Sean Coover as well for you and Ben. I mean, I know you've got to pick the right owner, but whoever buys us has to do right. Right, we have a legend joining us. He is known as he's the Jewish number one, the biggest Jewish Spurs fan in the world. He is the man that gives Levy nightmares in his sleep. He is the one. He is the only. Brian, the Levy Slayer, Daigle, and there he is.
Okay, I can go in now after that intro. I love the intro. I've just come for the intro. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.
Yeah, the D-bomb.
Pocket Dov.
Manishma, Dani, Manishma.
So, Aki, as that's right, isn't it? Did I say it right? Aki.
You got to be Jewish to get the chuz and the ruz. And it's Aki.
I'm Irish, give me a break.
I'm
speaking in my own language.
The first thing I need to discuss, or the first thing I want to do is say happy birthday, Graham. The second thing is, obviously you mentioned something, Dermot. Now, there's something going, just to let people know, the Levy out process is going up a notch at some point. I'm not saying it live here. The reason I'm not going to say it live here is because you're going to think I'm going all X-Files, but I'm not, and I can back it up. Levy has his spies on us, and I can vouch for it, and I can give you two examples. When we went to the NFL one, behind where we protest, there was burger stands and burger bands and all that, and me and someone walked in to try and find out if they were from local businesses, as were promised. And one of the guys lived in the area, so they knew the security, and they let us go in the exit way because we wanted to film. I had to come back out and say to a friend of mine goodbye because he was leaving the protest. And I went to walk back in, and I'd already told the guy I'll be back in 5 minutes. He's like, yeah, no problem. As soon as I went to walk back in, a Tottenham Hotspur official security guard came in and goes, you're not going in. I was like, well, no, this guy said I can. He was like, well, no, you go that way, but you are not coming in. I said, why can't I? He goes, we know who you are. Like, right, okay. And then also, when we're at the protest, you find people in clipboard coming and they're taking photos, and they're right. We clearly saw it. Everyone saw it. So I'm not saying stuff live on social media because I don't want to alert anyone. This week, I can confirm something is happening. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say when, but I can confirm to you it's happening. And it's going to be a small number of us to begin with. So when you hear what's going on, and you will hear, don't expect big numbers to begin with, because we are keeping it on a need-to-know basis, because obviously with what I've just said. Once we get there, and it's seen, and it's known, all these people that have been in chats and Twitter and everything that said it's time to protest, you'll know where we'll be. Come and join us. We're day 17. I had to laugh. Whoever believes Dybala, Vlahovic, and De Vrij coming in, or Traore, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's all happening. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But listen, something is happening. People close to me know what's happening. But let's see. Let's test the litmus paper, as they say, and see if people that said they were going to come come.
Yeah. I'm
and we
sorry if
go
I
from
said
there.
anything out of turn,
No,
Brian.
no. You're fine, though. You're fine. I've been online with him. But I'm not saying where, when, what day, what days. You'll see what will be happening. You'll know when it first happens, and we go from there. And hopefully the numbers will grow. But tomorrow, I might as well say it. So fuck it. Tomorrow I'll be at the training ground. I will be at the training ground. I know a few people come with me already, not masses, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what
I'll
happens.
send you a link, and you can keep us informed from the training ground.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that all depends on my my phone battery and stuff, and obviously I'll be doing a lot of stuff for Tottenham on tour.
Yeah,
but I might be able
that,
to pop on for 5-10 minutes every so often and give you some live stuff. But we shall see. But like I said, as of tomorrow, that's where I'll be.
So enough is enough in your eyes, bro.
Mate, it's been enough. Enough's enough in my
I
eyes.
know.
I think we passed that a long time ago.
I mean, enough's enough for this transfer window. That's the point I was.
Well, yeah,
trying to
I
make.
mean, what happened is I wanted to go mad from the beginning, but we said we'd leave you out, the group that I'm proudly stand with. But we'll give him January, because January, if we're protesting, a lot of the Levy-inners or Levy on the fence, what are you doing, you idiots? What are you doing? It's only just started. It's going to happen. Well, we're at the 17th now. Anything happened?
No.
Apart from more embarrassment and patheticness from the club. That's what has happened.
Yeah, the only one I can see even vaguely likely to happen would be if we do sell to Ajax,
Stevie Bergwijn.
Stevie Bergwijn, and then it's directly one lot of money paying for Traore. Because
How many times have you seen us sell a player so we can get a player, but then the parasite starts reneging on deals and tries to get lower deals in?
A lot of times, Brian.
Yeah,
exactly. The player could go out. It does not mean the player's coming in.
I mean,
it does not mean the player's coming in.
No, I respect people like Shaw and people like that, but I'm sorry, the argument is dead in the water straight away. Because the argument for why I'm on the Levy out, and Brian, you know I support you 100% in this, and if I could protest with you, I would, and you know I would. I'd be there every protest. Is the footballing side of the club has been left to rot for 21 years. And I'll back what I said. I'd rather have trophies at the moment than top four. And I'll stand up and I'll stick by what I said. And I will stick by it. Top four is a great thing to get into the Champions League. I accept that it's the best way to get players in. We don't buy players anyway, so no point even using that as an example. But I'd rather have trips to Wembley, seeing us live for a trophy, Tottenham being champions again. And until that happens, we're a society and a fan base. We're accepting top four as a success. That's not Tottenham. That's not us as a fan base. We should be, instead of here, we should be accepting up here, which is cup wins, which is trophies, which is top four is not, top four is there. It's a minimum. A maximum should be trophy wins, league championships. We're not a small club, we're a big club, and we need to get that winning mentality and big club mentality back again. Because has destroyed it.
So one thing I will say, I mean, you saying that you wish you could be there to protest, I know you would. There's people in this chat in Australia, i.e. John Fitzpatrick and my boy Celery Agent, two fucking phenomenal supporters of me and of all the channels. And if Australia was London, they'd be there. They can't. You've got people that live other parts of the country. I'm not too sure where Ryan McFarlane lives. Guguma would be here if she could. Everyone in this chat would be here if they could. And these are the people I go there for. I stand for not just me. I stand for people. I live in Canada, so when I'm here, I can do my bits. I can do my bits. Now, I want to address one comment's come in. I can't pronounce the name. Salter212. Brian, I love this club more than anyone. But do you think players will want to come to us if you're protesting outside? Leave it until February. Wrong. If we leave it until February and no one comes, or there's no decent, we can't do anything. People know when you come to this football club as a player, you have seen players be let down and undervalued by the club, because if you fit, you play. We're not going to stand and back up. They have been mismanaged. They have been left to rot. They have been absolutely. They come to a club that have been promised in the world. Just look at Harry Kane. Look what that guy's been promised. And he delivers every season on what he promises. Has he been backed? Has he been supported?
No.
So we were going to wait. For 17 days. You've gone to the Bahamas in that time. Apparently investment, or it looks like a holiday to me, because there's no investment. If there was investment, there'd be player activity.
The only thing that looks concrete is the new homes and a cinema, isn't it?
And there's that as
That's
well,
the
yeah.
one you believe, yeah.
Where Tottenham tour will be played 3 times a week nightly. Alongside Tottenham Tantrum Gold and the Irish Hotspur. Right, should we get through these comments quickly, because they're building up a bit.
Let's just go belt for him quick. Ours just Mark saying, yeah, he'd come down half an hour train for him to come and have a beer with me someday. Definitely, mate.
Yeah.
Brian saying, you're right, lad. Socrates was both a philosopher and a legend of a footballer. So, yeah, it was a midstream change, Cuba. Big up the 3 legends. Big up, mate. Yeah, I do remember it. Graham saying, look at Levy, 6-minute video at the start of the season.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
That's what I'm going to say. He was talking bullshit back there. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get through him a bit.
I apologise for my language.
Thiago.
Oh, Thiago in Brazil would be here.
Yeah.
And protest if he could.
He would. He's saying Nico Schlotterbeck is perfect for left centre back. Great on the ball, strong and very dominant in the air. One of Freiburg's biggest weapons.
He's also got a great name, Schlotterbeck.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah, he's very good player indeed, but he's going to cost money, so we won't get him.
Can I also thank Guguma for the €10. She's donated to the channel. Thank you so much, Guguma.
Thank you very much. Very generous.
Thank you very much. She's very generous, Guguma. Thank you so much indeed.
Love Guguma. How can you?
Yeah, I do. The Empress of TTG.
Stevie Fraser saying he either lied about having COVID or he went to events and knew he had COVID. Not good.
Yep,
that's the Djokovic bit. Yeah.
Absolute scumbag.
Stevie Fraser, another entitled super rich, thinking the rules don't apply to them. Prince Andrew, Boris, so on. Yeah. For some reason, when it comes to football, I always think Ashley Cole. Remember when he shot one of his teammates with their
Ashley Cole. Even our great hero, Gaza. But at least he was funny when he shot the cockerel. At least that was funny.
I mean, you could have a show on your own about Andrew and Boris Johnson, couldn't you? You really could do a whole show.
Let's stay off of politics, Dermo. Let's keep going. Let's get going.
Song Taker saying, would you take the FA Cup and win if Arsenal finish above us in the league? Yeah, I'll take the FA Cup win.
Same here. No trophies. No doubt.
That's everything to them, Arsenal finishing above us. They've really gone down in that they are not a big football club anymore. That is, if that's the way.
By the way, have you seen they've loaned someone out again today?
Yeah, Pablo Mari. Yeah. Absolute disgrace of a club.
That's the question I'm getting to next. I want to ask a question on that, and I would love your thoughts on it. Only I've got one in the back of my head, so I will ask it in a minute.
John Fitzpatrick, our club is dead.
Good morning, John.
Morning, mate. Our club is dead, boys.
I've said our club's been dead since 2001, personally.
So I'd say it's on life support. There's something there if somebody can get into salvage it. That's all got to back Brian Daigle. We've
It
got to get behind these protests.
It upsets me to see the state of my club. It really upsets me.
He's another
big
one
up,
that will
Brian.
be down in protest.
Yeah. We're doing that.
There's a lot. There's an awful lot, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, even John Fitzpatrick. We've got Gaguma saying hello to John. I love this fella, White Hart Lane. I love it. I love
White
it.
Hart Lane, what a man.
I love the name. It's brilliant. Go on then. Let's have the intro, Brian. Come on, let's have the intro.
I don't know what I'm introing.
Oh, go on, Dermot, you press it.
Yeah.
And everybody do it's Danny Kiriakou. It's Danny Kiriakou. Do you know what? One of my greatest things is seeing everyone do that and in the chat. But the second greatest thing is even my phone, when I put everybody, my predictive text says do. And I just have to go, everybody do Danny Kiriakou now on my phone.
I love Danny. Danny, you're great on the show on Friday, man. It's great having you on, you and Cody, man. It really was great having you on. I don't have nothing to do with that show. I just leave the Phil and Goover. I stay out of it completely, and they have a blast. So.
I took the bait for that so much.
This one, this one's for Brian, I think. Yeah.
What am I protesting?
Yeah.
What isn't he protesting? Is the real
my
question.
14-year hatred of Daniel Levy, the 21-year mismanagement of Daniel Levy, the broken promises by Daniel Levy, just everything Daniel Levy, basically. And I'm not the only one. And Right Hart Lane, I think you've seen me on enough streams to gauge that. Although I think I do need to make myself a bit clearer. I don't think I make myself clear enough.
Yeah, I'll struggle to get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm too, Brian.
Are you Levy in or Levy out? I'm confused.
Well, I'll leave that for you to decide.
I did try to trick Sean into saying Levy out last night. I nearly did it.
That's how drunk he was.
Oh, Lord. Transfer.
Yeah, I'll just have to go back through the 10,000 or so hours of footage of Brian saying Levy out to work out.
Yeah.
John Fitzpatrick saying hello to Kaguma and a few other people.
Yeah. We read that one up. That was the one that Brian saw earlier.
Okay.
I'll just go through these quickly. Danny saying good morning and afternoon, mornings, wherever. Hope you're all well. Yeah, we're grand. We're grand, Danny.
Fabrizio Romano said Spurs had a loan approach from Martial, turned down. I don't.
Good, he's a shit footballer.
Yeah, completely. Why are you not going for Van der Beek?
Yeah, makes more sense, doesn't it?
Exactly.
I don't want either of them. Van der Beek didn't want to come to us. He saw a big move to Man United. Instead of getting first-team football at Tottenham, he took the money and a Man United dream, and look where it's got him. Poor mentality. Brilliant footballer. Poor mentality.
I don't understand the comment at all.
No, I want to answer this one. Right, Soka 212. Right, you're being deluded yourself, man. We've been the most successful club in this. We won cups in the early 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, we haven't won the league since 61, but we won European. We won the UEFA Cup in 72, the UEFA Cup in 84. We've won 2 League Cups, FA Cups. You know, if you think we haven't done nothing in 61, then you're being a bit deluded. I don't understand your question. I do not understand where you're coming from. You know, are you Levy in or are you Levy out? Let us know. You know, we'd love to hear your opinion. But we have done stuff since 61. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that comment at
all. Stevie Fraser said, I've been on my back 23 hours a day for 2 years now. Otherwise, I'd be over Brian. You have my support, mate. Levy needs to hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
Big up Stevie Fraser.
Yeah. Big up, my man. He's a great supporter of the channels. Great supporter.
He is.
Soul Taker saying players have let us down as well. Yeah, that's true.
I agree with that.
because they've been bad buys. Players have let us down. It happens. But when a manager breaks promises, when a chairman breaks promises, doesn't back managers, doesn't strengthen the team, strips the team, builds a entertainment centre around the club, promises to give the managers the world, doesn't deliver, hires Mourinho when we know what Mourinho does, doesn't give him what he needs, sacks him before a final. That's not the class of a chairman. Sacks a manager at half-time, refuses to back Pochettino, has got Conte, 17 days into the transfer window. No one's here. He was promised signings. He doesn't want Adama Traore. He never has, but we're going for Adama Traore, who we've wanted since before Conte. Only one man there. That man is Daniel Levy.
Sorry, be right back. Sorry.
Okay. We have also Ryan McFarlane. I'm in Ireland, Brian. I would love.
I know your brother.
Keep doing what you're doing. We need Enig out. Ryan, let me know where you're in Ireland. I'm in Wexford, so let me know where you are, man. Where you're based. In. Maybe you, me, and
Mr. Philip Brady, get that man a pint.
Yeah, and what's his name? The Irish Hotspur. I can't think of his name at the moment. So
David Harris, the man, the myth.
I can't believe not that.
The only man that can make Dermot change his opinion on an Irishman. Big up, David Harris. What a man! What a legend!
I went on last night. This is a quick story, Brian. I went on last night to Sean, and I wish Matt Doherty happy birthday. Right? Or was it on this channel? I think it was on.
No, it was on this channel.
Yeah, and the Irish Hotspur came on. Dave came on, and within 2 minutes, he changed my mind. It was so funny. It really was.
Actually, no, I do not say happy birthday anymore to Matt Doherty. You can fuck off.
Yeah.
The words of Dermot Moyles.
Yeah.
Within 2 minutes. It was brilliant.
Yeah, Ryan, so let me know where you are in Ireland, sir. Philip Brady, the godfather of the Harris Army, the godfather of this channel as well. Good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon, Philip. You're an absolute legend, man. Sulker 212. Harry Kane is one player out of 23.
It's more than Harry Kane.
Human son, Hugo Lloris.
Yeah.
So name another two.
Yeah.
Toby Alderweireld. Wasn't promised anything.
Yeah, Vertonghen, Musa Dembele. I can keep going.
I have a funny feeling this is a Levian, but we'd love your opinion. You know, we love to hear your opinion and have a nice, proper debate. You know, we can do it. It has been done.
Well, it can be done. It can be done.
It can be done. It can be done, Brian. And you've proved it can be done, Brian, as well. Yeah. Graham, you're a legend. And happy birthday as well, man. Hope you have a lovely day.
Graham's brilliant.
We've got this Brian Daigle. I don't know who he is. Never seen him before in the chat. He says, and everyone do at Dara Karaoke. Do.
Danny Karaoke.
Sorry, sorry how I pronounce stuff sometimes. I do apologise. Soka 212 again. Why don't you protest Steve Hitchin? I know. Why don't you protest Steve Hitchin and others who allowed Levy to spend money on absolute rubbish players?
I'm not even going to respond to this dude anymore because it's beyond this point. Listen, Hitchin is hired by Levy. Levy keeps giving him money. If this was Enoch and it was his head of acquisitions, he would sack him immediately. If you keep repeating the process and he keeps giving you shit, you sack a manager. But because when actually Hitchin wanted Skriniar, Hitchin got us Skriniar. The price was £42.5 million, and he kept going 35. Every time Hitchin brings a player that can come, it falls apart. Hitchin has done a bad job, but he is continuously allowed to do a bad job because he keeps going on the cheap. So Steve Hitchin is part of the problem. The biggest part of the problem is Daniel Levy and Joe Lewis. So you can keep coming with all your comments and I will back everything up that I say. So keep them coming and I will keep knocking them out the park. It's fine. It's a home run for me.
Yeah. We've got Guguma at Kuva. No, thank you for the donation, Guguma. It was extremely kind of you and a big supporter of all the channels Guguma. So thank you so much, Guguma. Much love. Totego here saying, Brian Day.
I know, brother. I know.
If there's anything I can do from here, help protest, just tell me. I'm here to help. I do want to speak to you, Brian, privately what we can do in this channel, so I will speak to you off air.
Yeah.
And I will get this banner up that I've done, especially for you. Where is it now? There you go. That we've done a banner especially for you when you're on, Brian.
Thank you, John,
So,
buddy. John is incredible.
yeah.
And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people that are feeling the same way as me and want action, but are unable to do action. So, like I said, I stand for them. Graham stands for them. I'm in a place where I can have an impact, like we did last time I was here, and I ain't letting it slide.
And you did make a difference as well. And you're making a difference, Brian. And personally, myself, I'm full of admiration for you, and I tip my hat off to you, Brian. You're
Thank you,
an
sir.
absolute inspiration to me.
And
You
the key is, the key is here. There's a lot of us that won't be able to go with Brian physically, but if we're online, let's share. Let's make sure what he's doing is being noticed everywhere. Share it all over your social media. Let's get it in people's faces. Make it uncomfortable for people.
Yeah, that's what I said to Brian. I want to talk to him off air what we can do on this channel and start doing it, going in connection with what you're doing, Brian. So we know what we're doing.
That's cool. That's all good. All good.
Yeah. John, thank you again, Guguma again. You're a diamond. We've got John Fitzpatrick, just sub Ben, even though I can't stand coffee. Please, everyone, get over to Ben's new channel. He's going to show you how to make coffee, talk about everything else, play a bit of jazz. You may even see myself on there, Hoover on there, Brian on there. You'll see a few of us on there, but big up Ben.
The reason you can't stand coffee is you've never drunk my coffee.
Yeah. And also,
I can vouch for that. I can vouch for that.
As David Harris said to me, as I said, David Harris, this is a proud day for me in Cuba because you're now expanding out into your own now. It's like you're leaving the family home, Ben, going into the big world. So we're very proud of you, mate. So congratulations and wish you huge success with your channel.
We're going to have a lot of fun. Well. It's going to be a great time. Yeah. We're going to.
But don't worry, he's not leaving us. He'll be here every morning. So don't worry, Ben will still be here every morning. Thanks for liking my name. I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love your name. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant. I love it. And listen, drop us a link. Let us know where we can get hold of you, and we'd love to get you on to do your Spurs 11 and your Spurs memories as well. We've got a list now, so we need to put that list into some sort of an order now. Good Guma. She's saying, Ben, can't wait for your coffee show. Brian, if you was in charge, who would you sign?
James Ward-Prowse.
I agree with that.
James Ward-Prowse. We need a midfielder that can pass. We need a midfielder that can create. We need someone who can take a set piece, and I don't think you'll find anyone better in world football right now at set pieces than James Ward-Prowse. Not just free kicks, corners, penalties. Yep, but we've got Kane. So I mean, if Kane's not there, he could be obviously second. He would be a first. I would have broken the bank for Vlahovic, but his 300 wage demands, his 300 wage, I don't agree in paying that. You don't pay someone higher than you pay Harry Kane just to come into the 21-year-old. I don't agree with that. So if the club pull out because of that high wage, no qualms here because we're not being held to ransom. We need a striker.
Paulo Dybala.
They're the two. We need. Listen, there's loads of places we need, but we need a creative midfielder and someone that can take set pieces because we've got none. And we need competition for Kane because we've got none. Everywhere else we may need, there is cover. They may not be adequate or world class or the standard Conte wants, but they're there. This January window is to plug holes where you need them. And with Son injured and Kane possibly very susceptible to an injury around this time of year, if they're out at the same time, we are screwed. We are absolutely screwed. So for me, a creative midfielder number one and a striker number two. Anything else is a bonus.
Yeah. I agree with that, Brian. Ben?
Yep, I agree. The most criminal one for me is we bid €90 million for Paulo Dybala and we didn't sign him because of the 13 million image rights. That is a disgrace. Imagine what Dybala and Kane could have done. It would have won us so many trophies, them two. It just them two. And we can get Dybala now because his image rights have now been bought out and he's only got one, his contract's up in the air. Just get the bloke. He's asking
Sorry, Ben, go on, finish.
Can we sign him now on a free transfer? Because is he allowed to
we can
talk
sign
to
him on a
clubs now?
pre-contract, but we might as well just buy him now. Give Juventus 30 million for him. Get the player in. Get in the top 4, which would give us 120 million, which would pay for Dybala just by getting in the Champions League, having another world-class player up front. It's a no-brainer for me.
You've also got to remember the image rights were a problem for Dybala last time, but apparently money was an issue. And then 6 weeks later, he sacked Poch for the money that we didn't have to pay Dybala.
Yeah.
And then the day after, he bought in Jose Mourinho and raised him from 95 that Poch was on to 205 grand a week. So it's funny how money all of a sudden appeared. So yeah.
Right. Ben, I think you've got to pop off now, haven't you, sir?
Yeah, I've got to roast some coffee quickly.
Yeah. Right, Ben, well, thank you very much. Please, everyone, get over to... Hang on, let me get that. Hang on, just let me get something up for you, Ben, very, very quickly. I will find it. Just get link there for your show. So just explain again about your show, Ben.
So the coffee afternoons is just going to be a 1 to 2 hour thing. We're going to talk about coffee. We're going to have some chats with everyone in the chat. So it's all about talking to each other, bringing people together, establishing a community, and hopefully we can make some good coffee while we're at it.
Yeah.
I'm mostly today going to be focusing on filter coffee and how you can make a good filter coffee at home for yourself, and the ideas of what coffee is. It's just a general introduction of what we're looking to do in the next couple of weeks. So head over, have a chat, sit down, relax, read the paper. It's going to be a great afternoon. Whether you like coffee, whether you don't like coffee, it's the perfect place for everyone.
Yeah. There is a link in the chat there, please. Everyone get over there. I will be. I know Kauffie will be. I know Brian will be if you can. Please, everyone, show him a lot of love. He is the morning coffee man on our show in the mornings. Ben, but God bless you, sir, and we'll see you in the morning. You back in the morning?
I'll be back here tomorrow morning for you.
Yeah, okay. We'll see you in the morning, Ben, and good luck with your show this afternoon.
Thank you, guys. All love to everyone, and I hope to see you later.
Yeah, see you later on, Ben.
Cheers, guys.
Good luck with you, Ben.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. There we go. The lad's doing good now.
He is.
Branching out on his own. Big day for TTG seeing one of our own breaking out. So big day for us, but big day for Ben. So best of luck for that, Ben.
So my wife just sent me a message saying, "Good morning, baby. I've just woken up. I thought I'd share the weather with you. There is a massive snowstorm going off in Toronto, and I mean, my phone's just downloading restarting. I'll try and see if you can see this video. There, I'll put it on there. There is a huge snowstorm going on in Toronto. I should send a picture of the blue skies here.
Yeah, it's going to say nice bit of sunshine behind you,
mate. Yeah, yesterday. Well, put it this way. I said it yesterday, and I didn't actually. It's the part of Canada that always freaks me out, and I don't understand because I don't think this sentence makes sense. Yesterday, the high was minus 13. How does that sentence make sense? The high was minus, and the low was minus 22 before the wind chill.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Yes, that's nice.
It is nice.
I'll let you know when I've got my phone back on, and I'll show you this video.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Guguma's trying Barry Irish tea. It's lovely. You're going to love it, Guguma. Absolutely best tea. Derek Hutchison there, Kauffie?
Saying transfers, it's all Levy propaganda.
Yeah.
Most of it is. Smoke and mirrors. It's been that way for a long time. Right Heart Lane saying, I've always been Levy out. Good for you, mate.
Good, man.
Levy out. Doesn't get any simpler than that. And does get the thumbs up every time.
Guguma's still waiting for it.
Yeah.
Tip for Barry's tea.
Soul Taker saying, I think Levy should sell up, but at the same time, during the transfer window, we shouldn't be protesting until February. then I'll join you there. That's all I'm saying. It's a fair enough view if people want to hold that. Some people obviously feel need to be pushed earlier. Brian certainly does. If we're all on board when it comes to the big shoves, I think that'll count. So keep up the Levy out bit, and things will fall into
Of
place.
course, there's different people that are at different levels of the spectrum of where they stand with Levy out and how they feel it should be go ahead. And like I said, I've been like this in Martignol got sacked at half time. So it cuts deep with me. It cuts really deep with me and a lot of Levy out people. And we were going to give it till February, but what happens if we give it till February? What can be done? What can be achieved? It's not going to have an impact on. Listen, players can't come in. We're stuck with everything till February. What happens if, and this is a big if, and I don't think it's going to happen. What if we don't get players in, and come February 2nd, February 3rd, February the something, Conte walks? And then you're like, well, shouldn't you have protested earlier because he's kind of gone? There's nothing that can be done. And if he hadn't gone to the Bahamas and was told investment or whatever we were led to believe, if it hadn't been, we were thinking, I mean, people probably saw, a lot of people in this chat probably saw the heated debate that I had with my brother Ben from We Are Tottenham TV on the 6th of January, where I said, all that's going to happen is happening. Players aren't going to come. How comes players that, and I'm taking Kieran Trippier, and like I've said, every single time when I mentioned Kieran Trippier, I didn't want Kieran Trippier. The bit that annoyed me with that whole transfer is people said people won't leave La Liga winning teams, Champions League playing teams for Tottenham Hotspur. Why are they going to leave when they're still in the Champions League or do this, do that? Yeah, Kieran Trippier can move to a relegation threat at Newcastle, and then people go, oh, but it's the money, it's the money. Well, amazing when you play players what they want. Amazing if you come to an agreement that's beneficial for if he improves your squad. And then Coutinho, well, I was going mad for Coutinho. I believe now what people were saying to me, he might not have fit into our system, but one thing he would have given us that we don't have is creativity. Comes on for 15 minutes against Manchester United and assists in the goal. Luca Digne, a left back. We don't know where Reguilon is or what's happened to him. Reguilon could still, if Real Madrid activate the clause, come in with a bid, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. And then we only have a 50% of the time fit Sessegnon. We're down to one left back. Luca Digne covers that. And even if we had Luca Digne, Sessegnon and Reguilon, Sessegnon could go up top. You would have had three. These things cannot be allowed to keep happening whilst all these teams are going ahead. It's not just me. Yes, I am I'm probably the most vocal one on YouTube about Levy. I'm probably the most recognised one on YouTube for the Spurs community about Levy. But I'm not talking on behalf of myself. I'm talking on behalf of thousands of people now, and it is thousands, probably tens of thousands worldwide. And also with the Levy out people who I'm with, they don't come on these streams. They go to all the games. They've got season tickets. They won't even go into the ground. They keep their season ticket because they know this parasite will go at some point, and that season ticket's going to be hard to get again. They go to all the away games. We pay the highest kit. We play the highest kit, the highest tickets. The price on food has gone up again. What do we get in return? What are you getting in return? Nothing apart from embarrassment. And that's why we said we weren't going to do this in January, but I'm sorry, we were told signings were coming in January. And time is running out. Time is running out. We're past halfway through the window now. We're past it. And now I can show you that video. Just see if I can. Damn it, have you got a way to put me on the camera by myself?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I have.
Okay. Let's see if I can. That's what's going on in Toronto right now, and that's deep. That's what's the time now? At 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That bin where you can see is probably I'd say a third of the way covered in snow. So you think about the bins we have; they're about the same size.
Yeah.
That's what. Oh, wait, let me just go take a picture and show my wife outside. Maybe 1 second.
All right. Should we get through
Yep,
some of these
yep,
comments quickly?
absolutely.
'Cause- yeah. Hang on. Let me get back up there. Right. Here we go.
In Derry, Dermot.
Good man. I'm glad you. It is always Derry. Big up. That's Derry in Northern Ireland. So big up, Brian. And look, we all tried to meet somewhere in the middle. All us Spurs fans in Ireland, and we'll have a good meet up. When Tottenham win a cup final, we should meet up all somewhere.
John.
Sorry there.
John saying, Gaguma, you can't beat the Barry's tea.
No, you can't.
Like you can't beat the Irish.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know that's the first time you've ever said that, Cliff? I should have clipped that.
No, it isn't. I've said that loads of times, mate. Mark Cousins saying, I live too far away to Brian. Keep doing what you're doing. We're all behind you. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Brian Socrates, Gaguma, the original is the best. I'm from the home of Barry's Tea in Cork, Ireland. Big up yourself and John, channel legends.
Yeah. Brian, whereabouts in Cork do you live? Because I know Cork a little bit well. My birth brother's from West Cork, so let us know whereabouts in Cork you're from. I love this one. I'm actually starring that.
Yeah. Not that I know of.
No. Give somebody a chance, they might do.
Gaguma just saying hello to John. Yeah. Brian, it's not an argument. Calm down. It's a conversation, says someone.
I'll just respond to this guy because I see he's put a few comments in and he's saying he's not. Listen, as I've said many a time, I suffer with Levy Tourette's. This is you can talk to me about anything, and a lot of people in this chat, and especially these two on the panel with me, talk to me behind the scenes. This, I am very, very beyond passionate is like too lightly about how I talk about this subject. Behind the scenes in anti-Levy, I'm as nice as pie, I'm as light-hearted as they come. I'm there for anyone, will help anyone, be there for anyone. This is just one subject where I've heard this window will be different, or this summer will be different, or this manager appointment will be, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And every single time, it falls on deaf ears. Every single time, he lets the club down. And letting the club down, I mean letting us down. Letting us down. So this is one subject that I'm just so far gone on that I understand people have different... A lot of people are saying, look, listen, if we don't spend in January, I am completely Levy out. Like completely... And that it's where you have the straw that breaks the camel's back. That says, right, that's it. I've tried. And I just can't back him up anymore because this, every time I've done it, and I'm talking about people who are still Levy in or whatever, have said, I've given him this time slot, I've given him this window to prove people wrong, and every time he does the other, and he lets you down. So mine was when Martin Yole left the club. If you just, I'm not going to go through them all now, all the stuff he's done. Even if you go back from sacking Jose, you got the Super League, Jose, the whole manager's debacle, the Kane fiasco, which was Kane as well and his brother, but he was part of it. The then hiring Conte. Oh no, saying that we're in major talk with Conte, and I was saying this is just to get season ticket renewals in, and season ticket renewals came in, and after the expiry, within an hour and a half, the deal broke, which I called with Danny Kiriakou. There's just been many upon many occasions where every single time, even his Aston Villa notes saying the team will walk around. They have to be forced out. We're going to hire and play attacking, expansive, open football. Paratici, all the money and all the football decisions will be made by him. Lie. The fact that all money that comes into the club will be used to buy players, or he like you said earlier, he caveated that well by saying goes into the club, not to the team. It's all lies. It's all lies, and it's just when people say, that's it. I'm not listening to another lie. Now, I respect everybody's opinion and take on board what they say. But like I said, it's just way too far gone. It's way too far gone for me. And there's no turning back. And there's a lot of people that feel like me. I'm just the one that has the platform to speak about it.
And you do brilliantly, Brian. You really do. Um, that was just a popcorn moment, wasn't it, Coof?
It was, yeah, just
Yeah.
when
Sit back
Brian's
and
on
just eat
a
the
nice.
popcorn and let Brian. I should put Brian on the big screen actually. And just
Oh, you put me on in the cinema.
yeah,
Oh, we might
we
have one of those soon.
yeah. We'll be on. You'll
Maybe.
be on there. You'll be on there. We're on there every morning, every evening. You can be on there. You know, it's going to be playing nothing but Spurs YouTubers on the cinema.
Just
Um,
imagine the first thing on that
yeah.
screen is a Brian Daigle rant. That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
It could be like all the, you know, like the MGM has that line that goes rah like that. It could just be like your movie's about to start. This is a Daigle Rant production, and I'll just go off on one.
You can imagine Levy right opening the cinema, right? And look, we've got a lovely thing to show you on our first cinema, and then he puts it on, and it's just a Brian Daigle rant at Levy. I mean, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Levy.
I understand where this. I can't pronounce your name. Sorry, S. Oh, look at 212. I understand where he's. I understand where he's coming from. I really, really do. He's exactly where I was 14 years ago. Exactly where I was, and that's not me trying to patch. I don't know how old he is. I don't even know if he's a he. Like I said, I understand where people were coming from, and I respect that. Like I said, that's just he's roughly from what I'm gauging from what he said. He's roughly where I was 14 years ago, in the Levy in, Levy out, kind of on the fence, kind of is this the moment? And then obviously sacking the manager the way he did Martin Yole, who is the catalyst for everything that Tottenham stand for right now. And then that's why your channel, and everyone says this because you know your reputation, you know everyone will say this, your channel and what you're doing in bringing the history back to show fans what we stood for, who we are, what we believe in, how the club operates or how the club should operate, and for people to remember what glory was, not what top four is a breath of fresh air. And just you guys keep doing what you do.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you,
very
mate.
kind of you.
Thank you, mate.
It's very humbling, isn't it, Cooper? I don't personally, for me, I think you're the same, but it's very humbling. I don't know how to take when people say that about our channel because we just love doing it. It's for the fans, made by fans, for the fans. And then when other people say it's very humbling and very, very, very humbling. So thank you, Brian. And please, everyone, get over to Tottenham on tour. Brian Ireland, they got Danny, they got Adam. A brilliant channel. It was a pleasure to be on there with Brian, the two Brians. It was an honour and a privilege to be on there. Please, everyone, get over to their channel because they do fantastic stuff as well.
I think what we do, it ties in so well with what Brian's doing at the moment.
Yeah,
because
it does.
It's all about just saying, remember, things don't have to be like this. No. They really don't. And fan power can change it.
Yeah,
we've already seen that.
Yeah, it's all about. I mean, I'm going to bring this up. I don't mean to. I hope. I think this one here. There. That's what we're about. That history. Gazza's goal. Jimmy Greaves is 61 or 62 compliment size. Mr. Perryman. Ricky and Ozzy coming. Look, Jurgen Klinsmann. The cups. Do you know Gary Mabbitt lifting that trophy? This is what Tottenham Hotspur is about. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're about. And people should not forget what we're about. We're a Tottenham Hotspur football club. We're not Tottenham Hotspur the franchise. And when I say it before and I say it again, when Keith Birkinshaw said there used to be a football club over there, that man was visionary. Because who would have thought 20, 30, 40 years' time, he'd be absolutely born out right in what he said. It's 40 years this year since we won the FA Cup in 82. 30 years since we last won an FA Cup. That was our cup. And it's a disgrace and an absolute travesty what Levy and Enoch have done to our team. And I tell you one thing, I will always shout Levy out and Enoch out. People say, who do you want to bring in? Anyone bar Levy and Enoch. You cannot pick the next owner coming in. As long as they finance the football side of the club, back the manager, get the right players in, so we're successful again on that football pitch, I'm happy.
So as I say that, one of the things I keep getting thrown at me recently, and it's not just me, but obviously me being on the platform, is, and I get it a lot on social media, saying, well, who do you want in? Who's coming in? Who do you know? Who's there? Who's whatever? Listen, do you think Chelsea sat down before 2004 and said, oh, you know that Roman Abramovich, that Russian billionaire who has never been in I've never heard of him, he should take over this club. When Man City got taken over, do you think Man City fans go, do you know what, if only someone that owns a country was available? There are billionaires out there. They're out there. My job is not to think, who do I want? That's not my job. My job is to support, well, it's not my job, it's my privilege to support this football team. Not a privilege at the moment, but it is my honour to be a Spurs fan. And I want something better. We all say, when you want something better in your life, reach for the stars, as Buzz Lightyear would say. Or Woody would say, actually, my bad. Or whoever would say it, they would say it. You try and better yourself. And that's what we want. That's what we want. When people go to you, well, who do you want? Who's out there? There are hundreds of billionaires out there. I think there's hundreds, but not many, obviously. But there's someone there that can take this club on and bring the glory back to Tottenham. There is someone out there. Like I said, Chelsea didn't think, oh, that Roman Abramovich. If anyone could say they'd heard of the person Roman Abramovich before he took over Chelsea, I'd love to meet that person, because I don't think there's anyone. Unless he lived in Russia or Israel. Again, when Man City got taken over, I'd love to know Man City fans that said, oh, do you know what, they'd be a viable. I'm sitting in the pubs in Manchester going, you know what, we need to take over. And the people we need to take over are them. They were Newcastle, whether you agree with the takeover of the people or not. And if you're Newcastle, like, Joe, if only the people that run Saudi Arabia could buy our club. No one. They're out there. And this protest, as I keep saying, isn't to get leagues to go, oh, they're picking on me, they're taking my lunch money. It's to get as maximum exposure worldwide so people stop investing. And the investors are like, what is this, Daniel? What is this? We don't want our brand associated with this. And make his position totally and utterly untenable. That's the aim. Listen, once Daniel Levy sells his club, I wish him, his family, and everyone every bit of success in the world. Every bit of success. I hope they have a lifetime full of happiness, blessed with health and happiness, love and laughter, and all that. But, whilst he's at the club, you are public enemy number one. And I want you out. And I will do everything. I said, I will die trying. I will die trying to get this man out, and I stand by that.
Absolutely. Well said,
Very
mate.
powerful. Very powerful. We've got one here from White Hart Lane there, Cliff.
Oh, just then, Dermot, he's such a nice guy. He always says sorry. You do too much, Dermot. You really do.
I made we were together New Year's Eve, weren't we? We did a show, and we talked about New Year's resolution, didn't we? I think my one lasted
I'll be back in 1
30
second,
seconds.
boys. You've just got to take
Okay.
a phone call. One.
Yeah. I think my New Year's resolution, that was one of them. Stop saying sorry. I think that lasted all about 30 seconds. But
Not that
I
long.
am trying.
Not that long. It was never 30 seconds.
5.
Maybe. Brian Socrates again saying, likewise, Kaguma, love your comments and your dedication to the club and channel. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brian
Top
Graham
man.
saying Brian top man, he certainly is. Brian C. Gaguma is the queen of Tottenham family. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, the Empress, wasn't it?
The Empress, yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. Definitely royalty. Right out lane, get Mitrovic from Fulham. That's another one could do a job for us.
Yeah,
He
an
does-
interesting.
Not necessarily a starter, but it'd certainly fill in when games are playing. Perhaps you can start him in some games too.
Yeah.
Soul Taker saying I agree with Brian on signings. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all in the same boat at the end of the day. We want to see the team better, don't we? John Fitzpatrick saying right up lane, he will never work at Spurs. Plus, isn't he 30 plus?
I think they've got to get rid of that stupid rule. They've got to bring in
Was
the
that
players.
Mitrovic?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be a nice little filler till the end of the season at least, though, couldn't he? Good game with Stone Clyde Ben and Right Lane John. I would take him on loan and be in the Premiership. I think next season with Fulham. Yeah, I think he probably would.
Yeah.
John saying for me, we should be trying to get better. Of course we should. Of course we should. Need somebody at the end of the day, though. We're too thin at the moment.
John asked Soka 212 how long has he been a Spurs fan? He says he's been since '76, so that's where that comment is coming back from.
Same time as me then.
Yeah. So after 2012, been Spurs fan since '85, but 1991 Cup final is my first memory. And then he sent to Soka, are you Levian or just don't understand how or why, bro?
No, he's I think it's as has been said before. He's just it's the timing of things. I think with Soul Taker,
and I think emotions are running high as well, aren't they? Too as well at this point as well.
Of course they are. People are fed up with it. Things seem to have ground to a halt at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a debate. He's saying I'm asking questions, and I believe January window is not the time. That's all, mate. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I've always said that.
I'm annoyed about signings as much as anyone. Yeah, I can totally with you, mate.
Okay, and then this is in
well, if you leave it, they're really talking to each other, mate.
Yeah, they are.
Get your ass down to the protest, make some noise, bro. Yeah. Sure, lots of people will if they can. Not everybody can. I know that.
Yeah. I just get these up. If you see one, then give me a shout.
It's the Brian Socrates saying, well said, Brian D. And in fairness, the Levy out chance at the end of the United game was surely a catalyst for getting Conte in. Big up, mate. Thanks for everything you do. Yeah, that's it, exactly. Big up to Brian. Because without him making the noise, people wouldn't have joined in with the Levy out chance, would they?
That's true.
Would have just been aimed at the manager, aimed at the players, and Levy getting away scot-free.
I want to ask you a quick question, Cougar. Can people now see it's Levy and the players, not the managers, for the ones we've sacked? The players some of them players give up also on the manager, stop playing for them. Well, it seems to be sort of that.
Players doesn't matter though, does it? I mean, at the end of the day, it's the chairman that's responsible for all of it.
Yeah.
When a couple of things go wrong, you can say it's unlucky. When it's consistently a pattern of this going on for 21 years, you've got to look at the man at the top. He's doing something wrong.
The final responsibility laid with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Right out lane saying, Guy, you're alive for so much longer as I was going to walk the dogs. I think we'll be finishing off before too long, that's for sure. Yeah, but then this was probably from a while ago. As soon as we get Brian talking, the time seems to fly, doesn't it? But
that was 10 minutes ago, so I think we'll go for another 10, 15 minutes, Goof?
Something like that, tops. Yep. And below that, Mark Cousins, your channel has filled a niche that was missing, reminding us of when we won stuff.
Thank you very much, Mark. Very kind of you.
Yeah. People saying it's beyond. It's not realistic to aim at these trophies, but it bloody well is realistic.
Yeah, it is.
It's been done before. We can do it again. Just need to get somebody that understands the football side properly. Graham saying, Dermot and Coover, I always enjoy your channel. It's all about the great history. Thank you. Cheers, mate. I'm glad people are enjoying it.
Yeah, as I said before and say again, it's made by fans for the fans. That's the foundation.
We didn't even get a game on today, but I mean, we got good company and Brian Daigle coming on. Can certainly listen to him for a while, can't we?
Yeah, and we had to get the North London derby on yesterday, and I picked a game with it and losing. I'm getting better now, Cliff. I'm getting better.
Yeah, try the win bit, Never mind. It was good though. It was full-blooded, committed sort of derby.
Yeah. And by the way, I played it back. That noise is gone.
It has, yeah. You were crackling a bit this morning, I must admit, but it's gone. I can't hear it at the moment. Anyway, Stevie Fraser saying we're supposed to dare. Levy needs to be reminded of that. Yeah. At the moment, it feels like despair is to do.
this is my point. This is my point. He needs reminded of Bill Nicholson, what he stood for. That's my.
Yeah.
That's my. That's what kills me.
It's what it always comes back to, mate.
Yeah. Arthur Rowe and Bill Nick. He needs to look back at that, and that's what kills me because Bill Nick was Tottenham, and he's come in, and Sugar is the same. Get Bill Nicholson out. Get Bill Nicholson out.
And if they're not going to look at it, then we need to keep looking at it and remind them.
I mean, he was around. He was around for the '80s success because he found some of them players. He found the likes of Graham Roberts. He found them. He brought Stevie B through. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of players he handpicked for Birkinshaw that were gems.
Here we go. Here's a good one. Ryan McFarlane's pointing out Lewis is at 560 odd in Forest Billionaires, which means there's over 500 we could get.
Yeah, that's true.
One way of looking at it. Certainly is. John Fitzpatrick saying, to Lewis, Levy is doing a great job. Making truckloads of cash is all that these bastards are interested in. Profit over glory. There was absolutely no. They weren't pretending anything else. To be fair,
No.
They did say it's a business. They're going to run it as such, but then we'll have the football side separate and protected, and funds available for the team. It's the football side that they've let us down with consistently for 20 years. If they just paid proper attention, the same attention as they did to the club, and applied that to the football team, we wouldn't be in this situation. We wouldn't be grumbling at them. We'd be saying, good job. But
we would have won a Premier League by now. And I agree with you what you said last night about ring fencing that money. That was said. And that's a disgrace. I mean, who's this Phil fella? This fella. Who's Hollywood Phil?
Yeah, where's Hollywood Phil? He's so hot and always great conversation.
It's very,
I'm missing him so much. Yeah. Falling apart. Right, Hart Lane. I can imagine Sky at the protest, and they ask Brian what he thinks. That'd be great.
It would.
Coverage.
Yeah, it really would.
Stevie Frazier, Fabrizio Romano has just asked if he was Vlahovic, where would he choose to go, and he said Tottenham, no doubt. Interesting. But he's not Vlahovic, which is also sort of important. Stevie Frazier's been Spurs since '77.
Same as me. It was the year I was born, so I've been a Spurs fan since the day I was born. And then this one from this Phil. I've supported Tottenham since 1882.
God, that's nearly 7:15.
Yeah. I'll tell you one, he looks well for his age, doesn't he?
No.
He's red. No. No, he doesn't. Do you know what? We've actually done the comment scoof. We've actually up to date.
Pat on the back, all round.
Pat on the back. And Brian's still on this phone call. I'll take Brian out there.
No problem.
Till he comes back in.
Right, what have we got coming up this week then? Which games are going to get postponed?
Right, I ask you a quick question. I've been in the back of my head. It's been itching to ask you, so I'm not asking for it itches anymore. Is the Premier League corrupt over what happened in North London Derby? And what would you do to fix it?
Independent board would be nice rather than certain gooners on it.
That's
just sounds like a sore thumb, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Leeds having to play with, just get on with it no matter what. Got a 15-year-old on their bench, and they managed to play okay. Arsenal can't play because of one COVID case, and then what was that? They've just sent another player out on loan.
They have. This morning.
Oh, amazing! How you can manage that, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be at full strength for Chelsea for the
Liverpool game. Oh, of course they will. They should actually be banned from that. Should I get through some of the Spurs news?
Go for it, mate. That's a good time.
There's not really much. No, there really isn't much. Will Stewart rants. Big up, Will. Why is Arsenal scared of Tottenham? That's his question last night. Didn't see the show, but I will watch it again today. Tottenham have verbally agreed to personal terms with Adama Traore. Talks with Wolves are in a positive direction. I don't
It's
know
the
what to say.
same. It's even the same terminology all the time,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
Positive talks. Things went.
Yeah.
We had a positive meeting. Nothing ever bloody happens.
Yeah. This comes from Alfie Nicholson too. I love the name Alfie Nicholson. I wonder if he's related to the great Bill Nick. He says opinion why Conte should build his Tottenham team around Oliver Skip. Would you build it around him?
Yeah, why not? He's
Yeah.
got the potential. The ceiling on Skip is just immense. He could turn into so many different roles for us, but he's got a bit of everything, and he's got a bit of fire. Gotta love him. He really could be top player for us.
Yeah.
Could have sounded like Harry Redknapp there. Top player.
You did. Are you going to be in your car running down on transfer deadline night? Are we going to have you in your car with your car door in front of you, with your window rolled down, talking at me like Harry Redknapp used
Only
to
at the Brian Daigle protest, so I can shout Levy out. Yeah, give him some teas and coffees and things, keep him going.
It was 3 years ago today that Mosia Dembele, left Tottenham. Shows how the mighty have fallen.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, sir.
What
We've got
I
a few more. Yeah, Phil apparently has been supporting Tottenham since 1982, Brian. So we think he's one of these. That film Brad Pitt was in, where he gets younger as the years go on.
That's why I call his kid Benjamin Button.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just him reading his Mickey Mouse watch. He thinks it's 7:15.
Oh no.
Very good.
Carl Simpson says, rumour has it Ericsson is in talks with Brentford.
Thoughts?
That's a really good move for them.
Yeah.
It's really good. It'll be outstanding for them. But once again, like I said, I don't want him for various reasons, mainly his health. But if we don't even go in for him as a club, when he's on a free, when we need creativity, it will speak volumes. It will speak volumes. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. And big up to Cole.
Yeah.
Next question. Yeah, big up Cole.
Yeah, this is for us.
This is a beauty.
Yeah.
Dermot and Cooper, can you do an all-time Premier League 11 with only homegrown players?
Can you give us a few days for that, John Fitzpatrick? We'll get it up.
Better still would be only academy players.
Yeah.
Well, if that's Premier League 11 like it is, I'll tell you right now, if you don't have Robbie Fowler as the striker, I don't know what you're doing, because Robbie Fowler to me is my favorite. Like outside of Tottenham, my favorite striker. I prefer him to Shearer, the most natural finisher you'll ever see. Robbie Fowler was so underrated, and that shows how much I think of him, because I think that he is underrated. That man is what I would have done.
I tell you, another player I used to love watching was Kevin Phillips of Sunderland.
Yeah,
he was a great little striker as well.
Yeah, but Robbie Fowler for me all day long.
Yeah. Well, we'll get on that, John Fitzpatrick. We have a few things in the pipeline that ideas I'm going to talk to Phil and Cooper about.
I think if you're talking about all-time Premier League, though, you've got to look at Alan Shearer, haven't you?
Yeah. And what formation you play, but we'll get on to that, John Fitzpatrick. Guguma's saying Skip.
Big love for Skippy. Yeah, I think everybody does, don't they?
Yeah. And John Fitzpatrick says it has to be a 4-4-2.
Oh, then definitely Robbie Fowler.
Brian, I think we're going. Are we coming to an end now, Coop? You happy with that?
Yeah, we're kind of going round in circles. Otherwise, aren't we? We're all waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Brian's waiting to make something happen, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, it's going to be a bit of news. Brian, where are we going to find you, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
More to the point, where can't you find me? That's more to the point right now. I'm showing Daniel Levy how to work and appease the audience and get business done. You can find me on Tottenham on Tour with Danny Kiriakou, Brian Ireland, Adam Clark. Like I said, it will be the home of exclusive Levy Out protest, ramping up content. as of tomorrow. I'm about to do something with We Are Tottenham TV that I don't know if it's pre-recorded or live, but keep an eye on We Are Tottenham TV. It's going to be a talk about the top four, not just Tottenham based. Then I'll be on We Are Tottenham TV. On Wednesday, I'm going to Leicester with Simeon, and Thursday, I'm doing Good Morning Tottenham with him. So yeah, but the home of me is Tottenham on tour. We're now on the push. Where are we? We are at I haven't checked this morning. Tottenham on tour is currently sitting at 2,440 subscribers. I go back to Canada the 20th of Feb. We are trying to get to 4,000 before then, so 1,600 to go. But the main one we're trying to get right now is another 60 to get to 2,500, which will be an absolutely huge achievement by us. And thank you to everyone for your support. So yeah, Tottenham on tour is where you can find me, but I'll be on We Are Tottenham TV quite a bit this week.
Here's a nice bit of trolling, by the way. There you go. Hollywood Phil's in breaking news just announced Dybala has been signed along with Vlahovic, Kessié and Traore.
And I would say, Phil, go to a hospital. You've got a concussion.
Yeah. Get off Football Manager, mate.
Yeah. He's been playing FIFA 22 again.
I'll dare you could even get that on Football Manager. Maybe you'd block it.
Can I just thank you for everyone that's joined us this morning? Thank you to Ben. Thank you to everyone in the comments. Personally, well, for me and Tuvo and Phil, we'll be back at 5:30 with a classic game tonight and more Spurs classic talk. We're only 29 away from 300, so let's see can we get there before February. We've got 14 days left. Let's see what will happen first. Tottenham signing a player or us reaching 300. What will happen first?
I think Tottenham on tour will get the 2,500 before we get to the 300. Yeah. But they I've got to say, Brian, fully deserved. Your channel's brilliant. You've got a great panel there. The recent additions like Adam and then Danny finally joining up with the channel. Well, like he was always destined to, wasn't he?
Put it this way, I wanted him with us when we were on Tottenham away. Danny Kiriakou has become like one of my closest friends on the entire planet, and you could not want to meet a nicer guy. And like I said, he was the hottest free agent. You know when they say like in the NFL or the American sports, he's the hottest. He is hot property, and I was going to bend over backwards to you see what can be done, Levy. You offer people you want the opportunity, and if you do it right, they will come. Listen, Danny and I have always got on. He's finally, he was going to do his own thing, but someone he was going to do it with couldn't give him the time. So it was like I was literally like a piranha around a load of food, and it was just like, right, here we go. And thankfully he's with us. He brings so much. And yeah, but as you were saying with your channel, listen, this channel is something very, very special. Very, very special. And it's just not me saying it because I come on here a lot. They're providing something that no other channel does. They stand out in a crowd for what they do. Duck Jive 1 Simon deserves a special mention for the content that he helps you provide. But listen, you've got the two of you here who are two of the most friendliest and welcoming people you could ever wish to meet. Then you got, let's call him Hollywood Phil just for nickname sakes. You got Hollywood Phil who is honestly, I did my first ever watch along where I was hosting at We Are Tottenham TV with him, and he was a natural. He was brilliant. He's a great guy. And then you got Ben, my Aki from another mother, and he's just the most incredible guy. And trust me, his coffee is absolutely. You won't have a coffee like it. You need a double espresso, you're good for 3 weeks. And I was very, very hyper on this channel to prove it. But like I said, these guys are very, very special, and they deserve all the credit that's coming their way. They provide you things like Stevie Perryman, which was an incredible stream. And this channel should go from strength to strength, and they support everyone, and everyone supports them. So smash that like for them, but most importantly, smash that subscribe. But when I say smash that subscribe, if you haven't, and you see that subscribe button is red, and as you know, we don't do red. So smash that red and turn it white to a colour we do like, and then everything in the world sorts itself out. So please just subscribe to this incredible channel.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, mate.
Brian. It's very kind.
Love it.
We'll just go through a few comments here, and I'm going to send this out with a Bill Nick quote again. So that's what I've been doing recently, so I'm going to do that today.
Levy out from John Fitzpatrick. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Gotta love it. Great show. Thank you, says Kaguma.
Thank you, Kaguma.
Great of you to join us. Levy out from John again.
Yeah.
He's making sure we know. Phil saying 300. Definitely 300.
Big up, Phil.
Stevie Fraser, big ups everyone, panel and chat. And Mark saying the same. Danny talks a whole heap of sense. He does.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
One of the people closest to my views on Tottenham in general is Danny. Has been for a long time.
Yeah. And then Derek Hutchinson, great stream, guys. Thank you. Look, the privilege is all ours. Big up, everyone. Ben, Kuva, any last words? Back on later? Back on the half 5, aren't we?
Yes, we will be, won't we? Which is Monday's usually a classic night for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I don't know what game we're showing, but we'll find something.
We'll dig out something for 5:30 anyway. And we shall see people later, and of course every morning as well. We're always one with Ben Kaufman. A big up to Ben, who's doing his own show in about 25 minutes' time, I believe.
Yeah. So everyone get over there, smash the like, smash the notification button on Brian's channel, on the Tottenham Tottenham tour. Smash the like, subscribe, hit the bell on our channel, like and subscribe, and also hit the bell on Ben's new channel, like and subscribe. And also you might see us on the Irish Hotspur later with David Harris and Jack as well. And big up my Irish brother. Yes, we won at the cricket today, which is that's a brilliant win for us. Our first ever one-day international win against the West Indies of all teams. So I'm over the moon with that. You'll never beat the Irish, and I'm going to end on this quote from Bill Nick. Anybody coming to Spurs, whether he's a big signing or just a ground staff boy, must be dedicated to the club and to the club. He must never be satisfied with his last performance. He must hate losing. That is from the great Bill Nicholson, the man, the legend, that is Mr. Tottenham.
And that should apply to the chairman.
Yeah, and Ben, and I'm going to say you never beat the Irish. Cooper's going to say you never beat the English. And Brian, we're going to give you the last 2 words. What are they, sir?
Well, they're 5. And as always, Levy out.